know me, my name is Billy Sutton. I'm a combat veteran. I did one tour to Afghanistan where I received a Purple Heart for my actions in combat. And I was blown up twice by an improvised explosive device. Because of that, I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I got traumatic brain injury along with a few other problems. This is my service dog, Duke. Duke is my best friend. I bring Duke with me everywhere. Duke is a highly trained dog. Duke and I are a team. He is trained to respond off of my physiological response to specific stressful situations. Before I had Duke, it was very difficult for me to go into places like Walmart. Even though Duke wears a vest that says "do not pet," people ask me all the time if they can pet him, right? And I understand, but it's important for people to remember when you see a veteran with a service dog, that dog is trained to help a veteran through stressful situations, open doors, pick up prescription bottles, cell phones. I've met disabled veterans that can't even pick up their cell phone. Their dog needs to be trained to do this. If you're distracting the dog by asking the owner or the dog if you could pet them, that's impeding with the work that the dog is trained to do. It's best just to leave service dogs alone when you see them in public. We want to make sure, as veterans and fellow people with service dogs, we're setting the standard for how we should go into public and how we should behave with our service dogs. It's not good to allow people to pet our dogs when they're working. I had someone this past weekend, right in Walmart, approach me with their so-called trained service dog. The dog was wearing no identifiable collars. The dog had no clear training. I felt embarrassed to call my dog a service dog. Sit. I felt embarrassed when I was in Walmart when this man approached me with what he was calling a service dog. Zero training. He was shaking a can. He was shaking a can of treats at the dog, trying to introduce his dog to my dog. This is a working dog. This is my service dog. He is not out in public with me to play with other dogs. He's not out in public with veterans, because of these reasons. That's not how we train these dogs, right? So if you're out in public with your service dog, it's best to leave someone else alone. It's not good to approach your dog with another dog. You don't know what level of training the dog has had, right? Now, another point I want to bring up. When I enter an establishment and a store owner or manager approaches me and wants to know if this is a service dog, what's he's trained to do, and they're grilling me with all these questions, I can't blame them. I see so many people going into stores saying, "Oh, this is a service dog. Oh, yeah, he's been trained." The dog's jumping on people, barking, going potty in public, showing aggression towards not only other strangers, but his own handler, right? Guys, we need to set the standards. I don't get upset with anybody. Any store manager that asks about Duke and, is he a service dog? What's he trying to do? Hey, I get it. I've had so many store owners say, "Thank you for being patient." I had someone bring, their pet in here the other day. Free, heel, center. And, the dog was barking and jumping all over people. Guys, that's not a service dog. If you see a dog out in public, the dog's barking, the dog's jumping on people, the dog's clearly not following commands from the handler, that's not a service dog, right? That's a dog with terrible training, right? We need to stop this. We need to set the standard for dogs and how they should be trained in public, right? Anybody that takes a dog in public, you're setting the standard for everyone else. we have to take this serious. If your dog is not at that level of training, seek professional help, right? And another thing, right? We don't want to put dogs that should not be in these jobs. If you have an aggressive dog, that's not a good dog to be a service dog, right? We can't try to force dogs to become dogs that they never will be. We have to be realistic with our dogs, right? I just want the best for everybody, and especially these dogs, right? We want the best for dogs. We want to make sure we're being fair with them, and we want to make sure, we're holding service dogs to the highest standard possible. Thank you, everybody.
Free.